He's actually the one that's basically reporting on his health to the media, which I find to be peculiar.
Everyone else with a medical opinion just clears him pretty much. I mean, it's like, well, it's kind of similar to this. You get a kid who gets a trust fund, right? $230 million. Then he's like, hey, you want to go out and get a job? He's like, not really.
No.
I've got $230 million coming. I'm good. That's what it kind of feels like. Like it's human nature, by the way, too. For if you won the lotto and you end up netting $230 million, because we always talk about the Powerball and all that, like you'd probably be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm probably not gonna do this anymore, right?
So you're saying I don't have to really play anymore? That's what we're saying, Deshaun.
And look, Stefanski was saying afterwards that he was cleared of the concussion they checked him for a concussion. He was cleared, and then it was Stefanski that just decided not to put him in the game because he wanted to protect his franchise quarterback, which were the words, "I want to protect my franchise quarterback." It's like, okay, then why did he suit up? Like, if that's the case, why is he playing at all?
Hey man, the Browns are going to make a run with PJ Walker starting as their quarterback for the majority of this year, and their $230 million starting quarterback on the bench.
Chilling. The trust fund baby just chilling.
That's an expensive backup quarterback.
Hey, while you can have whatever opinion you may want to have on it, he has maybe single-handedly ruined the opportunity of any other player ever. Ever getting. And I mean ever.
Every owner's like, Exhibit A. This is exactly why we're not giving you guaranteed money.
When I said don't ever come around here again, like never, ever come around here again asking for a guaranteed contract.
So I'm not sure if you're up early in the morning and you listen to Drive Time Radio, but there's a show on Fox Sports Radio, and it's with Jonah Knox, LeVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn, and it's called Two Pros and a Cup of Joe. And they said something about Deshaun Watson that is definitely going to have some impact on Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa, who's playing in an option year, who's looking for the big bag at the end of the year, who didn't get it last year, and he's hoping to pick up, that $250 million contract. I'm going to say it right now. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Stephen Ross ain't going to do it. I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson, who ushered in all the big contracts for guys like Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, and he got all these guys huge money following what he did, has now closed the door behind him. His actions, Deshaun Watson's actions, have made guaranteed big dollar contracts completely obsolete. Danger zone. He has proven at this point that giving somebody that kind of money doesn't really do anything for the organization. It does great for the player. Deshaun Watson is the highest paid part-time football player ever. $230 million guaranteed whether he stubs his toe or throws a touchdown. Doesn't matter. They've got PJ Walker coming in to guide the ship until Deshaun Watson feels better. To think, at one point, the Miami Dolphins wanted to bring Deshaun Watson in over Tua Tagovailoa. Man, did they dodge a bullet. But unfortunately for Tua, that bullet bounced off a couple walls, came back, and is coming right back at the Dolphins. I don't think Tua could throw for 6,000 yards and 70 touchdowns and win a Super Bowl and would still get that kind of a guaranteed contract. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the owners sit back now and go, let's go ahead and just flip this back to where it was. We'll negotiate a good deal with you. We'll pay you a ton of money. It ain't guaranteed. I'll give you a $250 million deal. I'll give you a $300 million deal. It ain't guaranteed. I mean, we'll give you, I don't know, let's say we'll give you 60 million guaranteed. Not 300. Ain't going to happen. It's over. That door has been closed. Deshaun Watson has single-handedly destroyed the same opportunity that he got for himself and a few other guys. Everybody who's looking at this go, wait a minute, this guy's got $230 million and he's not playing and we can't make him play and we still have to pay him? Yep. There's no clause that says, if he does X, Y, or Z, we can cut. Nope. Guaranteed means guaranteed. It means so if he gets hurt, he gets paid. Yes. If he goes out and gets some more, rubbing tugs, I don't know. Maybe they have a moral turpitude clause in there. That might be the way they get out of it. But if he's a good boy and just says, I don't feel good this weekend, shoulder kind of hurts, man, I'm not playing. Yep, gonna pay him. Throws 5 interceptions in a game, you bench him, you're gonna pay him. Gets a concussion, wants to take 3 or 4 weeks off, make sure he's healed, even though the doctors say he's okay, doesn't matter, pay me. You understand where this is going? Like Brady Quinn said, at this point, right now, there is no medical staff that's going to clear Deshaun Watson. The only person who's going to clear Deshaun Watson to play is Deshaun Watson. He's got all the leverage. He's calling all the shots, and he can do whatever he wants within the parameters of that contract. I'm sure he, his agent, his lawyers have all looked at this and go, yes, you can do this, yes, you, and they know what he can get away with. $230 million guaranteed, whether he plays or not. That's what the word guaranteed means. Guaranteed. I'm sure there's some clauses in there that says you have to be upstanding and you can't do anything criminal and you can't do this, you can't do that. So if I know what I can't do, everything else is okay. I'm going to get paid. Is that what you're telling me, Mr. Lawyer? Yeah, you have a guaranteed contract. Stefanski and the guys from the Cleveland Browns gave you a blank check, basically. So if I feel like my arm's not feeling good or something, I can just sit out no matter what the doctor says. Yeah, you understand. The doctors from the Cleveland Browns have medically cleared Deshaun Watson to play. Deshaun Watson said, I don't really care. It just feels kind of tight, and I'm just not playing. I can't risk it because I don't feel well. The Browns can't do anything. So you're Stephen Ross. You're sitting back, and Stephen Ross is looking at Tua and said, Tua, you're a great guy. You're one of the best men I've ever met. You've been a great captain. You threw for 6,000 yards. You got Tyreek's record of 2,000 yards receiving. You threw for 55 touchdowns. You broke Dan Marino's record. I don't know what else I can say. There's no accolades more than I can say for you. You've won the MVP. But we can't give you a guaranteed contract. And I don't think you can go anywhere else and get one either. That's what's going to happen. Let me put this, that's what looks like is going to happen moving forward. I think the whole era of guaranteed contracts is out the window solely because of the guy who ushered them in. Just think of yourself as a business person. You're sitting there across the table from somebody, having seen what happened with Deshaun Watson. You love Tua. You are a card-carrying member of Tuanon. You are just one of his biggest fans. You're basically Nick Hicks personified. You love Tua, but you also run a billion-dollar business, and you have to make business decisions. And those business decisions are, we're going to give you a huge contract. We love having you as our franchise quarterback. I just can't guarantee it. That's off the table. We're going to go back to how things were. We're going to offer you $250, $275, $290 million, and we're going to make it $50 million guaranteed. And if you're hurt and you can't play, you don't get the rest. If your performance suffers and we want to waive you, you don't get the rest. And whatever else we need to put in here, lightning strikes you and you can't play, you don't get the rest. You can buy an insurance policy, but we're not the insurance policy. We can't give you $300 million guaranteed. Just can't happen. Sorry. Well, I'm not going to sign. I'm going to go look elsewhere. All right, let me know how that goes. Because I can guarantee you, Tua, this is probably the best deal you're going to get. I don't think there's anybody out here anymore giving away guaranteed contracts. So if you like living here, if you like the situation here, if you love your teammates, you love the locker room, we're going to pay you big money, but it's going to have codicils and different kind of requirements and qualifications in order for you to fulfill that contract. We're going to give you a huge signing bonus. We'll give you like an Aaron Rodgers type signing bonus. We'll give you 60, 70 million up front. Not going to give you 300 million. I can't do it. I can't possibly do it. I've seen what has happened thus far, and I could not imagine being on the hook for $230 million guaranteed for a player who doesn't want to play or can't play. I don't think Tua, with the kind of man he is, would ever get into a position where he would hold the team hostage and just not play. That ain't gonna happen. He's too ethical and stand-up of a guy. But injury is a different story. Injury, maybe Mike McDaniel gets a huge contract and he moves on and he doesn't have that next offensive coordinator he wants. Mike McDaniel's basically the offensive coordinator. I know Frank Smith is there, but it's Mike McDaniel's offense. There's too many variables. Too many variables at this point based upon what Deshaun Watson has done to give you $300 million, regardless of how well you perform. Just can't do it. I'm a businessman. I understand. I don't even build a condominium complex if I don't know I have so many of the units pre-sold. The risk is too great. Now, if you perform, hey, we're going to incentivize this contract to the max. You might be able to make $350, but it ain't guaranteed, bud. I can't do it. I think Tua, the type of man that he is, will say, that's good. Give me 270, 280 in the contract. Give me 70 of it guaranteed, and we'll play based on performance. I have confidence in myself. I have confidence in my team, and I'm set for life with my family and my children anyway. I don't need 300 million guaranteed. I'll earn it. Deshaun Watson ain't earning it. Deshaun Watson has closed the door behind him and made a farce of the NFL ownership by having people get 270, 280. Look at Justin Herbert this year. Didn't they give him like $265 million guaranteed? Look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got like $280 million guaranteed. They're stinking up the joint. They're absolutely stinking up the joint. In their first year of the contract, their first year of their big money contract, the only one who's performing is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's like, you gave me the money, I'm gonna go out here and play. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, not so much. Not so much. Even Josh Allen isn't really looking like a $300 million. How many players out there look like a $300 million guaranteed player? Look at Aaron Rodgers. $70 million bonus up front. Here we go. First series of the season done. Can you imagine if it wasn't someone like Aaron Rodgers who has that intestinal fortitude to say, I'm coming back? If he had a $230 million contract like Deshaun Watson, he could have said, I'm done. I got hurt. I'm done. That's it. Game over. Pay me. All $230 million. Pay me. It's guaranteed. As a business owner, you can't possibly take that risk. And I know LeVar Arrington was laughing his ass off there, but he's absolutely right. At this point, Deshaun Watson closed the door behind him, and I don't think any owner anywhere would be stupid enough to give somebody some huge guaranteed contract, given what they see this year alone with Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. Sorry, Tua, you're going to get paid. It ain't going to be guaranteed. Let me know what you think. You think I'm off my rocker? You guys let me know what you think about guaranteed contracts moving forward now that you see the entire Deshaun Watson saga unfold. Stay tuned for the next block.